Okay then, today it's a salad day, which means to say there's no cooking involved and I didn't have to get the stove out. We're eating our salad with the birds singing. How nice is that? Okay, we've ate our salad. Now, someone made earlier, cakes. Beautiful. And look at this, we're eating them. Okay, just finished lunch, got our cake and our drink. I'm going to show you around the Bongo. So I put this decor, I bought that off eBay, and if any time I don't want it on, it's just a hot air gun, something like an air dryer, just to loosen the glue and it'll peel off. So this is an aero body kit. This is an O2, and it's got the aero body kit, it's got the spot lamps, or driving lamps, whichever you prefer to call them, and I've done a little bit of messing about with it. Bought that badge off eBay. There's one on the other side. I bought the little window transfer on eBay. It's got electric folding mirrors, to adjust, and they fold as well. It's got wind guards. These all come as standard on these vehicles. They all come fully equipped. Got the aero body kit coming down the side with the badge. The fuel goes in there. We've got alloy wheels, new tyres last year, 2014, summer of 2014. I put 4 new tyres on. The windows open like just a little click, just opens a little gap just there. And this one does the same, it's just a little gap. I come around to the back, got the body kit bumper, and this mirror is a fantastic piece of kit. When you're in the driver's seat, you look through your interior mirror in the van, and you can actually see straight down, and you can come within half an inch of another car. It is an amazing thing. So I've never ever, some people take them off, I haven't. It's so easy to back into spaces. And then we've got the sliding door this side. It's got that little electric, I'll show it you shut in. It's got that little electric lock there, it shuts itself, so you can, if it's middle of the night, right, and you want to shut your door without waking anybody up, you just bring it there. Now listen how quiet this is. Yeah, no slamming, no banging. Marvellous. And the same with these doors. These shut the same. And they don't shut with electric, but they shut just as quiet. And that's it shut. Oh, you never heard that, did you? Electric mirror this side as well, and again it's got the wind draft thing over the window, and I stuck my badge on there. Now then, inside. Now you've seen inside before if you've looked at me cooking. I've got a curtain goes across the back, and that's in a channel. So that will draw right across. These are electric blinds. There's 4 electric blinds. These work from these switch. There's a switch in there. Oh, this speaker here. We got 4 speakers in the van. A brilliant sound system in it. You sat in the back. That's my umbrella folded up down there for when I'm out walking in the rain. When me and Jenny are out. Down the other side of the kitchen, we've got. There's the blind for this window. This is for the rear passengers. habitation control. They can have it warm, they can have it cold, they can have it air conditioned. You can have heating on up in the cab, and the back passengers can have air conditioning on back here. It comes out from the vents up there, and also from this vent down here. So there's two different habitation controls. The switch for the blind above the door, because obviously you can't put one in the panel because there ain't one there when the door's open. And there's the other switch there for this side. And speaker again. Now what I've done, this seat, I think I mentioned this before. Oh, we got hang on, we got an interior light there that comes on and off when you open the back hatch. And obviously I've got it turned off all the time for the summer because you don't need it. And you've got a fluorescent kind of light up here which it comes on when this door, side door opens. But I have that turned off as well because you don't need that. So I took this seat is the front one, and I took the back one out. I've still got the back one at home, and that'll come back in again anytime I want to. So I can show you the blinds working. Right, this one comes down just with that switch there, and it'll stop automatic. And we come over to the other side of the van, and then this one comes down and it stops. I've still got my finger on the button, but it just stops. And this one above the door. So when you're camping, we were camping in Isle of Man a couple of weeks ago, and I slept in this bed. This is my bed. This seat comes down and this back seat comes up, so I was here by the door. So you got this space. As soon as the door's open, you got this space without opening the blind up. Jenny's still in bed. She don't like the blinds opening, so you can still get out when you're camping. Now then, I'm just putting the other blinds up while I'm talking. Now this kitchen unit that I built, this comes in and out. It's bolted down with one bolt behind. Right, what we got in here, we've got, that's a fresh water bottle with electric pump. Behind it is a waste bottle which drops down from the sink, and then behind that is a little nut, and it's fastened in the front of the channel for the seats. So you take the little nut off, and then this unit lift out. Just here there's a handle, I don't know if you can see, and then we've got another handle, because it's a three-sided cupboard. I've got another handle there, and then as you can see there's a cable down there on the end of it is a cigarette lighter. So we put that into the cigarette lighter, then that gives it the electric. There's dinner dishes in here not been washed. That gives it the electric to operate this tap, and it won't operate in a minute because I haven't plugged it in. But so that operates the tap, and then when you're taking it out and you put it, when I'm camping like the other week in the Isle of Man, what I did, I'll come round this way, talk to you. What I did, I put this unit in the back of the van so that this seat would come right up there to make the bed. So then just down here in the back of the van is another cigarette lighter, so the unit can plug into that. So what happens then is when this seat, it comes so far forward and then stop, because it's got to stop down here, so you have to lift it over this stop, and then the seat will come further forward. And what happens then is, I'll put the camera there, so take this one out, drop that. I've got all Jan's books here, she likes to read when she's on a day out. That comes down flat, and as you can see then, that makes the bed. Although this bed won't come right the way down now because the kitchen unit's in the way. So I say that normally either comes into the pod, so it's outside the van, or it goes into the back of the van up there when you're making your bed. And what also happens is, this thing here, some people think it's a footrest, and it isn't. It's a buddy seat. So what happens is, you come into the front of the van, you pull the seat as far, doing this one-handed, hang on. Oh, sorry about that. And then you just release it and let it go forward. Now that makes a seat to sit in the back, to sit facing the back. Now that also happens on the other one over there. So when the kitchen's out, you've got 4 seats where for 4 people facing each other. Now if you want, you can bring this one down, and then that makes a table. So when your kitchen's out into your pod or into the back of the van, you've got a buddy seat there and you've got a table there. Now if you put the other line of seats back in, which will fit in the back there where the toilet is, then you've got a table in the middle with 4 seats. You'll have the back seats with 2 or 3, because it's a bench seat, and then you've got the front 2. So you can actually have 5 people sitting at a table, because that other seat over there also folds down to make a tabletop like this. And then when you finish, just put it back. And that's that. Now, I've got the seat belts tucked away down in there, and underneath this seat, they're tucked away up underneath, just out of the way, because when it's only Jan and I, so when we're sat on there, we don't want the seat belt catches sticking up, so they're all tucked away. But there's a 2 seat belts, one each side, and then there's the one that goes across the middle. So the back seat belts in the back of the van operate this seat when this seat's right back there, and the seat belts in the centre of the van operate this seat when it's up the front here. Now in the back of the van I've got a porta potty, and what we do with this, well, I don't mean what we do with it, you know what we do with it. This seat it's got a little lever here, and you can just push this and that drops forward. Now this is your toilet area, so what we do is bring this door down, and then you're inside here with a privacy toilet, because you've got the privacy glass so nobody can see in. So you can now spend a penny in the comfort of the van. Now also, what I also do, these 2 outside chairs that we've got here, when they're in their bags, I have them stood in this corner, with the seat comes right back as far as it'd come, and then I just wrap the seat belt round the seat. So I've got 2 seats stood up there, and they're not in anybody's way. There's my seats stowed, wrapped with the seat belt round them. Bag of bits and pieces there that I keep under the seat. It's a first aid kit and a few bits and pieces, a few spanners. It's got curtains in it, because I have a curtain that goes across the front, hang on, I'll come round here and show you that, as it pops into these poppers. One there, one here, there's one in the centre, there's some over that side, and a curtain hangs down here, down the partitions of the van off. I mean, I could put it over the windscreen if I wanted with some suckers on it or something, but just because this is our sleeping bit, our feet are down there. When we're sleeping, our feet are down there, and it just has a curtain hanging down here. It just gives you privacy in the back of the van, but it also gives you privacy in the back of the van in the daytime, should you need it. So you can put a curtain up there and hang it down, back there, close the back curtain, bring the blinds down, and you're in total privacy. So it's a good day van for having a sleep in. Right, what I got in here is this is the jack, and inside, I don't know if we're going to be able to see this, right, inside there's a bag, and in that bag is the wheel brace and the spanners and the locking wheel, because it's got locking wheel nuts. Well, it's got one locking wheel, not on each wheel, so it's got that little gizmo that unlocks your wheel, and it's got a special long reach socket, because I'll go down to here and show you in the wheels. Inside the wheel, it's very deep in there, and an ordinary socket, there's the locking one, and then you've got just the ordinary ones, but in there it's very deep and an ordinary socket won't fit it, so there's a special socket in the kit. Some of the wheels has got bits of crud on them, you know, little bits of marks here and there, but it's nothing to worry about, because if you spend a fortune and have them sprayed up, you're only going to touch a curb again, so you know, you're just wasting your money. The alloy wheels, they got like little bits of marks on them, little bits of nasties, but you know, not too. The thing that when this come into the country, it wasn't undersealed, because none of the Japs underseal them, so I had this undersealed, so it's all been undersealed, but I'm starting to get some bits of rust coming through there, so I'm going to have that, I'm going to have to put it into somewhere and have it properly done. This is the one on the near side. I'll just show you the one on the other side, on the off side. This one's starting to go as well, so I'll have to get it done. But I had it undersealed and it was all fine then, no problem then. We've got spare wheel up underneath, but again, like I say, the wheels are a little bit, I mean, they're tidy, they look nice from a distance, but there's just little marks on them here and there. There's not an awful lot of marks on the bodywork though. I've got another sticker on the back here. It don't mean anything, it's just jazzing the van up. That is a red reflector, so in the dark it shines back red. That lizard, it's been cut out of a reflective material. But anyway, hey, good fun, the Bongo. So that's my motor from the outside. I'm going to show you the cab now. Right, okay, cab time. Right, we've got a immobilizer. So you have this little thing here to make that light go red all the time, and when it's red all the time it'll start. So that's the immobilizer part. Right, coming into the cab, you've got a handle here which helps you climb up that first step. It's not steep, but it really makes life easy. Now, my cab, we've got, hang on, I'm going to put the ignition on. I'm going to have to shut the door, because when you put the key in, if the key's in the ignition and the door's open, you get that buzzing noise. That tells you to take your key out. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'll start it. So we put this here to get a red light, and it starts. Now this is a 2 litre petrol, which is what I wanted, because the stories of the 2.5 litre diesel with the 4-wheel drive, where you have to have a diesel tanker following you, scared me off a bit. But this is great on fuel. This, just being a 2 litre, not driving it silly, not putting your foot mad to the floor like a boy racer. If you drive it sensibly, then it's great. Now what we got here is air conditioning, the fan, you can see little, no, I don't know if you're going to see this, you can see the numbers build up, the mode, let's see if we can get this, yeah, I'm reflecting in it, aren't I? Right, there's the mode. So change it to which means it's coming out these air now, for it to blow down on your face and your feet. You can change it just to blow on your feet, and then you can change it again to blow on the screen and on you. Now if you do this one, it blows massively straight on the screen, so that's like winter time for defrosting. That's a great one in the winter. And then turn that one off. This is your recycle, which I never ever use. I always have fresh air from outside. This is the heated rear window. This is the aircon. So I have it on all the time. That's it off. and that's it on. It's never ever turned off for me, it's great. This rear, here it says rear, that is for people in the back to operate, excuse me, people in the back to operate their temperature, and they can operate it independently from up here. So as long as that, if you press that on, and there's a little green light comes on, then the people in the back, you know, you can hear the blower going in the back now. So turn that off, and then this is the temperature control, in as much as it goes up in halves, and it'll go up to 32, and when it's at 32 it's way too hot. It's like a greenhouse. It's like being abroad, like driving in Ibiza or something. It really is way too hot. So I always have it down around, in winter time I have it around 23, 24, and then in the summer bring it down to 18 for it nice and cool. And then you've got your auto for your aircon and turning it off. This one here is the hazard flashers. Now this, I bought this radio from Halfords. I wanted a decent radio, and it's got a USB for you can put your iPod in, or you can just play it off the stick. It's got a CD player. It changes loads of colours if you want it to. And because there was a big one in here when I got it from Japan, well, I didn't get it from Japan, when it come from Japan, I had to get this box off eBay, you know, to fill it up. Right, so a problem I had when I bought it from a person in Darlington. I live in Cheshire, and I bought it from a person in Darlington who had never had it altered, so it still had a kilometre clock on it. So I bought a miles per hour clock off eBay and fitted it. It's just fitting the face, that's all it is, just the face. But it was running at the wrong speeds, so what I've done with the aid of a sat nav, I've marked my own line. So that's 70 mile an hour, that's 60 mile an hour, that's 50 mile an hour, 30 is the right one, it's the right number there, so that's 30 mile an hour, and 20 mile an hour. So I take no notice of the outside numbers, and I take no notice of the inside numbers. So that's something, it's running out, it needs calibrating, and it's not something I'm prepared to do. I'm not bothered. As long as I know I'm not breaking any speed limits, which I've done, that's why I've marked this up like that, then I'm fine with that. This is kilometres, still in kilometres, nobody's ever altered it, so it's 136,800 kilometres at the minute. So no idea what that works out in mileage, probably about 78,000 or something like that. The fuel gauge, that's on all the time for whatever reason, and they are in all bongos, they don't turn off. So that's like, in a minute the tank's just over half full. But the temperature gauge goes on and off when the engine's on and off, as does the rev counter. And down here, this is the spot lamps, and when they're on, there's a red light here. And it's the wrong way round in the Bongo. This is your winker switch on the right, and your wipers in your lights are on the left. So they're the wrong way around. It's also got an individual speed control on the single wipe. You know, you have a single wipe and then it stops for a bit. Timed wipe, where you can make it go faster, or you can slow it down and make it go slower. That's the rear window wash and the rear window wipers. And then obviously that's the one wipe, that's two ordinary wiping, and that's fast wiping. And if it's just, you just want it to go once, you just push it down and it just gives you one single wipe. It's not got a clock anywhere. There's no clock come with it at all. So I put this clock in up here, just screwed into the headline here, just a little digital clock. This light here operates and it turns on and off, and when the door's open and all that sort of stuff. And it's automatic. Now you can't get it out of park at all without the engine running. You have to have the engine running, and you have to put your foot on the foot brake for it to come out of park. That's the only way you can get it out of park. And when you finish with it, you can't get the ignition key out until that's put back in park. You can turn the engine off when it's in drive or neutral or reverse, but you won't get the key out until you put that in park. That's your drop down. If you hit that, it drops down a gear and accelerates away, or you can just do it the old ordinary way, just by putting your foot hard to the floor, and then it'll drop down a gear and accelerate. But you can manually drop down with that one. It's got a handbrake which you don't really need to use because it's always locked in park. We got a cubby box here, and I always keep a tin of coins in here ready for car parking, paying displays and things, because you always end up with no money at these places. We've got electric windows. This side's got the electric windows and the lock on the electric windows. Here is the electric mirrors, right, and that then operates the right hand mirror to move the glass. Left, and it operates left hand mirror. That one, put that down and the mirrors fold in. What else have we got in here? Oh right, yeah, nice little touch. I cut myself out of some plastic glass 2 Mustangs. I got another one over there. Now I did have them in another van. I didn't cut them for the Bongo, I did have them in another van. But I thought, right, well, make use of them and stick them up his mirror thing. It does, because the key's in now with the door open. So we're getting this beeping, but when the key's out, if you've still got your lights on, so it tells you turn your lights off. So you can't walk away and leave your lights on. You can't walk away and leave your keys in if you haven't got it in park. The vehicle won't roll away. As soon as it's in park, it's totally locked. It can't go anywhere. So if your keys are in your hand, your vehicle's safe. And when you come to it, you don't have to get in to start it. You can start it just by doing that, and turning it on. You don't have to check nothing. You just start, and then you can climb in with the engine running. It's got central locking all the way around. I've only got one fob. I only got one fob. I got 2 keys, and I got 2 of these immobilizers, but I've only got one fob. So the way it was somebody from Southampton. There was a garage in Southampton fetched it into the country about 2.5-3 years ago. Somebody in Darlington bought it. They went on holiday in it once, and then I bought it from them. So I've had it about 2.5 years now. But yeah, it's good stuff. Bongos are quite fun vehicles. And it's you need to tell you this as well. To check the oil in the engine, it's under here. The oil's over that side, and the filler cap's this side. So you have to undo this carpet down here. You have to undo them clips, and then the seat folds back, and it reveals the engine, because the engine's in the middle. Down here you've got that pops the fuel cap open, and this pops the bonnet open. Come round with one hand. Right, there's no engine in here. There's nothing in here. There's a battery. There's your brake fluid. There's your header tank with your water. This is your washer bottle. And basically, I don't know if you're going to see this, but there's nothing down there. Just your air conditioning pipe, brake pipes and stuff, because the engine, you say, is back up there under the 2 seats. So you got your radiator here, and your air intake, and your battery. If you're going to make this into a camper, they generally put another battery here. There's your battery, because you got the vehicle battery that side. Right, so that's been my Bongo. I hope you've enjoyed the little tour of my van. Just one other thing I thought about is just show you this, because I just thought about this just now. I got a gas bottle in there, which I keep turned off, because I haven't got a gas cupboard for it. It's not in a sealed gas cupboard, so I turn the gas on, use it, and then turn it off, because I don't want any daft things happening. And I got a little knife drawer here. There's no compartments in it, it's just to chuck it all in. But yeah, that's my Bongo. Great fun. Hope you've enjoyed. Bye bye.